Hello, I am GameMan5804, and ladies and gentlemen, we are finally here. We are finally at this game, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. And this, ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, this is where things get a lot more interesting. Oh boy, just wow. This game is what many people consider to be the worst of Sonic the Hedgehog. Hell, people would say that this is their worst video game of all time. And that's saying for a lot of people. I'm saying that from a lot of people. I mean, I'm not saying this is one of the worst games I've ever played, but it doesn't mean this game's good by any means. But yes, I did say that. I did say that I don't think this game is as bad as anyone says. So, that being said, of course, Sonic 06 being released as part of the 15th anniversary, of course this game is supposed to be extreme, this is supposed to be next gen, and nah, it's terrible. Well, to be fair, it's better than Sonic and the Secret Rings. Well, I don't know, lady, considering that you're imagining fucking fire demons.
We give thanks for the blessed flames. May we always continue to have peace. Son of Soliana, guide and watch over us with your eternal light.
Pleasure to meet you at last, Princess of Soliana. I am Dr. Eggman. I've come here to obtain the secret of the flames of disaster from you, and to take the miracle gems that are the key to its secret, the Chaos Emerald. Now, Princess, this way, please.
That's a pretty snazzy performance there.
You? It can't be.
I'm Sonic! Sonic the Hedgehog!
Not that irritating hedgehog again! Attack!
I finally found him. The Iblis Trigger.
Okay, considering that we have all that cutscene going on, do you get Sonic the Hedgehog out of all that? More like a Final Fantasy reject. Oh, and speaking of Final Fantasy rejects,
no special reason.
Sonic!
I'm afraid our little game ends now.
Sonic! Take this!
I've got it! And don't worry, I'll rescue you!
I know.
It's only a matter of time before it's mine. Until then, you can hold on to it for me.
Sonic, are you gonna run after the egg carrier and maybe rescue Elise right now? That would be advisable. Or you could just stand there all night. Works too. Where the hell do I begin with that? Folks, characters make stuff like that. That's gonna be a common theme throughout the story. Like, oh my god. So now we have Princess Elise. He's right. And of course she got captured by Eggman. Gee, I wonder if that sounds familiar. This is also going to be a common theme in Sonic's story.
I need to gather some information.
But now we're getting into the gameplay. Okay, so if you played Sonic Adventure 1 or Sonic Adventure 2, this is pretty much that gameplay style only in HD. Sonic can obviously jump, do the homing attack, and, well, that's it. I'm just showing how precise the controls are, but of course, I can't talk right now because we have a small little cutscene.
Sonic!
Tails! Long time no see.
I'm glad you're here. I heard that you tried to save their princess from Dr. Eggman. You're going to rescue her, aren't you? Let me help. I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't be a good thing.
Okay, with your help, this should be a piece of cake.
I'll do my best.
As I was saying, this is pretty much the Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2 gameplay style, only in HD. There are similarities, but there's also noticeable differences that everyone is not really fond of. Oh, sorry, no one is fond of that sort of gameplay style. Oh, God, and I can see why. So obviously, we haven't hit to the first stage yet, haven't we? In Sonic Adventure 1, it was quick, but here, no, we need shenanigans. So that being said, first things first, we need to head to the item shop. The reason why we need to head to the item shop is to get the Lightspeed Dash. Yes, for some reason, Sonic lost the Lightspeed Dash. So obviously, we need rings. How do we get rings? Well, this is where the side missions come in. Throughout the hub world, you're gonna see people with blue exclamation point markers on top of their heads. This indicates that they have a side mission and that they want you to do. Now, for the most part, side missions are completely optional. Well, but there are side missions that are going to be mandatory. With that being said, I'm not going to be showing off the side missions because 1, this is a loading screen. Yeah, I know it's kind of a no shit kind of thing, but one of the biggest problems with the loading screens, they're so long. Like, I'm talking 20 seconds long. 20 to 24 seconds. That's how bad they are. And the second reason, there's so many of them. Like you just saw. We talked to the guy, loading screen. The guy speaks again for maybe about a sentence or two. Then another loading screen. It's like, what the hell's going on? That's something that could have been easily fixed despite this game was rushed. But anyway, we are now going through rings. Gee, I wonder if there's a certain other bad game that has you go through rings. Oh, nope, nothing comes to mind. Yeah. What do you know? I mean, you're just going through a bad game where you're going through rings. That sounds really friggin' familiar. On a game I will never let's play. Like, I will never, ever let's play. So, what this guy is saying, that we just got these new pairs of shoes, and he's explaining that these special gems, or these special stones, called gems, can fit inside these shoes. What these gems do is that they give you special powers. The problem is with these special gems though, we're not going to be seeing them until later on in Sonic's story, like really, really later on. But I will show off all the gems I do get. I don't get all the gems, but I do get some of the good ones. At least some of the good ones. And of course, another loading screen. Yeah, it's also 2 loading screens for whether you passed the mission or failed the mission. And there's gonna be side missions where it's gonna have multiple segments, meaning it's gonna have multiple loading screens. And that's just a chore to sit through. So I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Plus, I don't want to pad out any game time. I just want to get straight to the point. So now we have the Lightspeed Dash, and I'll say right now, it's just as wonky as it was in Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes. Oh, and here's a fun little trick. You can actually stand backwards, and Sonic will do the Lightspeed dash backwards. It's actually kind of funny to see. So now, we are heading into our very first stage of the game, Wave Ocean. Now, obviously, Wave Ocean is pretty much Emerald Coast HD. So expect running through beaches and seeing killer whales that have a vendetta against Sonic. But now, in terms of the gameplay, here are the differences. Difference number 1, you can't jump into enemies. I believe this, until Sonic Boom, this is probably the only Sonic game where you can't really jump into enemies. This is where the homing attack comes in. Now the homing attack, it did get a significant upgrade, as in it can target on grind rails and anything that's above you. Alright, so that's cool. Well, I don't mind that. But there's also one downside to the homing attack. It's slightly delayed. You can't spam it like you could in Sonic Adventure 1 or Sonic Adventure 2. Now I don't know if they made that change on purpose or it's something they left out. Same thing with the jumping on enemies thing. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose or if they accidentally left that out because, you know, this game's rushed development cycle. But yeah, what do you know? Oh, this game borrows heavily from Sonic Adventure 1 without being Sonic Adventure 1. And this whale sequence is really, really familiar, as we know. Oh, instead of grabbing the top of the fin, that's new. Another thing that makes Sonic 06 different or from the rest of the crowd is that we get to switch characters. It's actually we switch to mandatory characters. These characters are called amigo characters. I almost said amiibo. Basically, obviously, since we're playing as Tails, these are only very short and they're very few in between, but I might as well talk about their gameplay styles right now. Now thankfully Tails is out of his mech, so he can fly, although he does have a certain height limit to go up. And he also sports ring bombs. I'll explain more why later on as we play as Tails, but for the most part, I'll say right now, he's definitely a downgrade from Sonic Adventure 1, which is kind of a shame, really. I liked Tails' performance from Sonic Adventure 1, you know? It was great. But now, folks, we are heading into possibly the reason why everyone rage quits at this game, and it's coming in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, these are mock speed sections. at the final part of certain stages, Sonic will realize he's Sonic the freaking Hedgehog and decide to run really fast. Now, in these sections, you can only move left, right, and jump. However, the thing is with your jumping, it's so stiff. It's like Castlevania, actually. Meaning that when you jump, you can't move, so you better hope your jump is precise. There are lines of rings that'll help you straighten yourself out. Just be careful that you're not near a wall. Oh, and the reason why I say that is because if Sonic so much taps a wall, he'll enter his, breakdance of doom, and he'll leave himself open for more hits. The Mach Speed sections can get pretty damn frustrating for your first time. They're not that hard on later playthroughs, in fact they're actually really short. But, yeah. That was only one of 4 Mach Speed sections, actually. It's not... Once you know how to... If you get the hang of these Mach Speed sections, they're not actually that hard, and then they can be fun. I'm not gonna lie, they can be fun. But that is it for part 1, ladies and gentlemen. In part 2, we are going to be continuing Sonic's story, and more pointless action to go. See you then.
It looks like the princess was moved to another location. Let's head back to the city.
And thus, the first level, Wave Ocean, was entirely fucking pointless. God damn you, writers.